Welcome to Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration. I'm Jane Manzuris. Well, spring is in the air, so today we're at the Desert Botanical Garden to see all they have blooming. But first, let's see what's sprouting up on the show. If your windows are wearing out, we'll talk to the experts about what you should be looking for in new ones. Getting your finances in order with Trajan Wealth. And a place where they believe in creating a comfortable environment in your retirement years. All that and more coming up on today's show. We are here at the Desert Botanical Garden, and I am with Lauren Warren to talk about their new exhibit. Lauren, this is super exciting. Tell us about Wild Rising.
Yeah, so Wild Rising is our newest exhibit. We're here until May 10th. So we partnered with an artist group in Italy called Cracking Art, and they brought their colorful animal sculptures to the garden.
Which are all over the place, and they're so cool. What can people expect to see when they take this tour of the new exhibit?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have over 12 installations. So the artists Cracking Art really talk about invasion. So you're going to see a lot of sculptures. We have more than 1,000 located around the garden. And each one of the animals are really sending a message. So the artists are sharing a message about conservation, sustainability, and really about the presence of plastic in the world through their sculptures and their artwork.
Right, so why did the Artist Collective use plastic in this exhibit?
Yeah, so it's just about the ubiquitousness of plastic. So by putting more plastic out, they're trying to draw some attention to that. And again, those animals oftentimes are used as messengers for a lot of different ways. And so the artists are using that and relying on that to share their story.
Now, is the plastic that the artists use, is it recycled plastic?
It's recyclable plastic. So every time that they have a couple installations, they will actually shred down the sculptures and repurpose and reuse them. They're also made out of hollow materials, so there's not a lot of plastic being used. And then that cycle of regeneration is something that's very important to the artists as well.
So Lauren, we're standing in the part of the exhibit that's called the Wolf House. This was made specifically for Arizona?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have colorful wolves that are welcoming people into our cactus gallery space, and then they'll find gray wolves. And the gray wolves were really intentional, not seen in other locations where Cracking Art has done displays. And they really wanted to talk about the gray wolf and the conservation efforts, which are at the cornerstone of Arizona.
Yeah, and there literally is an elephant in the room. Explain what that is.
There is an elephant in the room. So when we got the word that we were going to get an elephant, we were thrilled. And so we decided to put it in the room and really have some fun with that phrase, elephant in the room. So to talk about things that are really challenging to talk about. And one of those things certainly is climate change and biodiversity. So when you come to the garden, you'll come into our gallery space in Audison Gallery, and you'll see the elephant in the room. And we're talking about those topics in there and really asking our visitors to engage with us in the conversation.
So Lauren, the garden is a great daytime activity, but it's also open into the evening hours when it gets a little bit dark out, and this exhibit really does sparkle.
So all of the creatures do glow at night, so they're kind of lit from within, and they give off this really beautiful glowing kind of aura about each of the installations. So come see it in the day and come see it at night as well.
Thank you so much, Lauren. For more information about the exhibit Wild Rising, just head to their website. In an effort to educate the community about heart health, you got to check out this great event where you can learn from the top doctors in their field.
Scottsdale Interventional Forum started as a very small boutique meeting. And we had maybe 40 or 50 doctors in the audience, and it's grown last year to over 800 doctors and ancillary healthcare workers in the audience. It's a 4-day continuing medical education program where we partner with educators from around the country to demonstrate what is new, what is novel, the technologic advancements, the treatment advances for cardiovascular disease. And the most satisfying thing is that over the past maybe 2 or 3 years, there's been a quantum leap forward in the national exposure and the national interest in this meeting. We have people coming actually from all over the world to attend this meeting. There's a nursing symposium that draws about 200 or 300 nurses from around the valley. Scottsdale Interventional Forum is the ultimate cardiovascular immersion program. When you walk out of this, you've learned a whole new language. You've learned a whole new way of looking at our world of cardiovascular disease management. As I've said, I get so much more out of this than what I give. Just the educational piece to this is spectacular.
The other thing that's unique about the interventional forum is the utility or utilization of live cases. Dr. Ryzik has been doing that from the beginning of SIF, and that's expanded to the point that our live cases are viewed typically as some of the best anywhere in the world. We take a very multidisciplinary approach to all of it, which I think does help us to make sure that things resonate. A lot of this stuff is something on a piece of paper. It's an article that they read, and then you're taking something from an article that they read, and these are really smart people. They understand what they're reading, but seeing it, bringing all that stuff together in these really case vignettes, if you would, allows people to really understand what they've been reading about and then put that into terms that are much more practical from the standpoint of managing their own patients.
And then, of course, the highlight for me is the community event where the lay public, non-medical people come to learn about what's new and what are their treatment choices and options if they have heart disease. First and foremost, this is free to the public. We want to make certain that there are no barriers to education. It's an opportunity for our lay public to have their questions answered and to actually demystify the whole decision-making process of what they should have done for their cardiovascular disease.
Here's an event you won't want to miss. The Spring Plant Sale is happening on March 21st. At this free event, experts will help you find the perfect plant for your yard, and they can teach you about desert plants. Here's what's coming up next on Arizona Living. We'll show you how to select the right windows for our Arizona weather. And if you have a loved one who might need some extra care, we'll take you to an assisted living home that puts the emphasis on home. Opening up the windows and letting in some fresh air is all part of the ritual of springtime. And the experts at Desert King Windows can help you update those windows for your home.
Hi, I'm Jason Short, and this is Desert King Windows. So the business was started in 2000. We provide free in-home estimates. It's absolutely no pressure. With us, you're not just a number from the big box company. You know, where you're Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You know, there's a heartbeat on the other end of the line when you call us. So we take a huge amount of pride in what we do. This is all we do, is windows and doors every single day. We're gonna go in there, we're going to educate you on windows, because if you know as much about windows and doors as we do, you're gonna pick us every single time. It's not gonna be a high pressure kind of sales tactic. You can be comfortable with us in your home. So day of the install, we show up on time with all the windows and doors in hand. We do a quick walkthrough with our customer, let them know where we're gonna be starting. We cover furniture, we move any heavier furniture. We also have our own install methods, the way that we actually pull the entire frame. We don't do a retrofit where we'll fit in a window right above another existing aluminum frame. We get it all out of there. That maximizes your glass space. It's a harder install, it really is, but it's a better quality install. It's going to look more original to the house, but obviously updated. We try to keep it as clean as we possibly can the entire time. You know, it is a construction site, but at the same time, we're very respectful of your home. Most installs are done within a day. All of our windows are completely custom sized, so to fit the opening, down to the 1/8 of an inch. We think it's absolutely the best vinyl window on the market, made for the desert. It's not the best window for Montana, it's the best for this climate. When the project is all done, we do a walkthrough with the customer, make sure everything looks nice and everything is correct. There's obviously a lot of factors to energy efficiency in the home. One of the biggest things is how your AC system works along with your windows. The seals are just as important, and so those working together, that's what makes your house so energy efficient. Right when their windows are installed, they don't hear the barking dog next door, they don't hear the cars driving by, they don't hear the school kids leaving school in the afternoon. And then the dust factor. You know, you get people that dust every single week. You're not dusting but every couple of months. I mean, it's a drastic difference. And then on top of the energy efficient savings, it's a very logical upgrade to your home. We're turning 20, so we've been in business for 20 years, longer than any other window company, in year 2020. So we're gonna celebrate with 20% off for everyone. Have a free in-home estimate, a free no pressure estimate. Learn about windows. Call us out, we'll let you know.
It can be overwhelming and even a little intimidating trying to pick an assisted living facility. But at Peaceful and Comfort Assisted Living, they make it easy.
When we walked in here, it was totally calm, nice. It's just been wonderful with us. The one time that really impressed me was the day that we moved her in here. Abel was waiting at the door for her when the ambulance arrived.
And it's been above and beyond as far as we're concerned since she got here, because they're just great.
My name is Abel Van Negro. I'm owner of Peaceful and Comfort Assisted Living Home. As far as the residents care, we can only carry up to 10 residents. And it's like having your apartment, but with the care. I actually started around 10 to 12 years of age taking care of my uncle. He was diagnosed with lung cancer by himself. There was no such thing as assisted living back then. As far as me and my partner Lupita Sencio, we collaborated and we decided, having so many years doing this as nursing homes, hospice care, we decided to see if we could open something up that would cover all the bases beneficially for not only for ourselves, but for the residents, for the community that are in search of this type of care.
We went to a number of facilities. We had referrals from the hospital staff. We had referrals from friends, relatives, and we did visit the bigger places and the smaller places. We were kind of particular, and we wanted to make sure that it felt right, it looked good, and that the people were honest and caring.
When we walked in here, first of all, it did not smell. It's the cleanest place in town. Communication was great. They are bilingual, and she, who was extremely hard of hearing, could understand them, so communication was okay. Even throughout the day, I could text or call Abel, and he would return either the text or the call immediately, which gave me comfort that he would let me know if there was a problem.
We do have 7 employees. They're directed caregivers. Each and every one of them has to be certified through the state. Each and every one of them still has to have training throughout the month. Each and every one of them have to have a background check and a fingerprint card check. We do have 24-hour day-to-wake staff at night. We're able to do laundry services, housekeeping services. We're also bilingual, so we can take care of those situations as far as communication. We do the assessment plan. Families can come here. They can, we can set a date and time. They can come and visit our facility. We also have references. They can look through Department of Health surveys when they do want to place a loved one here.
If your green thumb is more like a brown thumb, don't worry. Here at the Desert Botanical Garden, they offer landscaping and gardening classes. For a class schedule, just head to their website. Here's what's coming up next. We get a handle on your finances with Trajan Wealth, and we learn about the conservation efforts here at the Desert Botanical Garden. Being educated about your finances is the first step to achieving your financial goals. And Trajan Wealth is dedicated to helping guide you to that financial success.
Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., owner and founder of Trajan Wealth. I've been in the financial services business a little over 20 years and absolutely love what I do, and we attempt to show it in every interaction. When I grew up in northern Wisconsin, my dad was a bank manager, and one thing I wanted to do is I asked him if I could become a teller. Now at the ripe old age of 16 and 17, I was a bank teller. And one thing that I noticed right away was many adults had no idea what was going on with their savings, let alone their investments. They'd come in and open up investments like money clubs or CDs or savings, and they'd ask a 16-year-old to help them balance their checkbook or the savings account. So I knew right away we were in trouble unless I intervened and I helped them out. Our investment philosophy is completely determined by you as the client. My investment philosophy, personally, might be a little bit different than yours. So we're going to develop a complete roadmap to help you get on the road to certainty. We have investments that range from conservative to aggressive to even guaranteed accounts. It really depends on what your goals are as the client. Planning for retirement can be incredibly scary, especially if you're 5 to 10 years out or maybe you're currently retired. So I've worked many years with our process, and that's our appointment process. So how it works if you're a new prospect to Trajan Wealth is we have a 3 to 4-step appointment process. So the first appointment is very simple. It's just a fact find. We generally spend 60 minutes or less just simply getting to know you. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What is it that you're looking to accomplish? But I think just as importantly, what keeps you up at night? Then the second appointment, that's where we're going to focus on what it is that you have currently, what do you like about it, what don't you like about it, and then we're going to propose some different solutions for you. The third appointment that we have is designed for guaranteed income. So what I mean by that is if you're the type of person who doesn't want to roll the dice in the stock market and potentially subject yourself to another huge loss like we experienced in 2008, let's talk about some different options that could guarantee you income for as long as you live. And then the fourth appointment, we're going to focus on what if something happens to you? How do you want this money distributed? Do you want it going to the kids? Do you want it going to charity? But most importantly, we want to make sure that we're avoiding probate. So we're also going to introduce other legal tools such as wills and trusts to prevent that. Too many people don't have a complete plan. They don't have a complete roadmap, and that's something that Trajan brings to the forefront. And then you have a trusted fiduciary in your corner that's looking out for you. It's never too late for a second opinion. And one thing I can promise you is none of us are getting any younger. We might be getting wiser. Now, one thing that can help you on that path to becoming wiser is to contact Trajan Wealth for a second opinion today. I can promise you, you're never going to be sold. We're going to teach and educate you on all of your options. So, give Trajan Wealth a call today. We're excited to see you.
We are back at the Desert Botanical Garden, and I am with Kim McHugh to talk about conservation. Now, Kim, the garden is here really to care and protect for endangered and rare plants?
Yes, that's right. So our garden was actually founded on the basis of conservation back in 1939 because the people living in Phoenix at the time looked around and saw, oh my gosh, so much development is happening. They said, we want to do something to protect them. And they thought, we're going to create a botanical garden where we can bring the public in and show them the beauty of desert plants and hopefully inspire them to care about them as much as they did. And so we continue that legacy to this day.
And are cacti endangered?
They are, in
Really?
fact, yes. And a lot of people that live here probably can't imagine that because we see cactus everywhere, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
However, in the world, in the cactus family, over a third of them are threatened with extinction. So it ranks the cactus as one of the 5 most threatened groups of living organisms on the planet.
Wow. So a lot of things going on here at the garden. Are there any notable events coming up this spring?
Something that we are so excited about here is we are opening what is called the Cactus Clubhouse, which is a nature play space for kids. It's opening at the end of February, and it's going to be a place where parents and child caregivers can come with their children and have a place that is safe, but it's unstructured play. It's all about nature and engaging with the real world, and that is going to be so exciting to us.
So Kim, you have greenhouse. It's sort of the back of the house here at
Yes.
the garden. Is there a time when visitors can actually take a peek behind the scenes?
Yes, absolutely. That's something we've been working on here, is giving our visitors a window, a peek into what we do behind the scenes. And so on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, you can sign up for a docent-led tour, that will go behind the scenes in what we call the Hazelhair Center for Plant Science. And so that's a really exciting special opportunity because those are plants that you won't see anywhere else in Phoenix.
Fantastic. Great information. Thank you so much, Kim. There's so much to do, so much to see and explore here at the Desert Botanical Gardens. For more information, just head to their website. Next on Arizona Living, the folks at American Furniture Warehouse show us the latest in design. If home designing isn't in your DNA, then American Furniture Warehouse is here to help with some design advice.
Creating a space for entertaining with family and close friends is made easier with a sofa bar table and some basic design principles. In this room, we went with a neutral and earth tone color palette and anchored the room with an L-shaped sectional, which is ideal for maximizing seating space. The large ottoman adds a comfortable place to put your feet up and an additional serving spot. What really makes this space functional for parties is the sofa bar table that gives a perfect view of the TV and provides an extension of your dining space for food and drinks. The matching bar stools and end table are perfectly coordinated with the fireplace console. The marble-inspired rug is the perfect accent to the room, providing a nice contrast to the sectional and furniture. And no party is complete without the snacks, and we've added serving accessories to help accommodate all your guests. As always, you can find everything in this room and more at American Furniture Warehouse. The only question left is, who's gonna help me clean up?
We want to thank everyone here at the Desert Botanical Garden for hosting us today. We had a great time exploring their new Wild Rising exhibit. If you're looking for a place to take the kids or visiting family, come out to the garden. They offer tours, music events, classes, and so much more. For more information on any of their upcoming events, just visit their website. I'm Jane Manzuris, and I'll see you next time on Arizona Living, your home, your inspiration, where we help you create an inspired life.